When I really want to move on a project, I look for three things with God. I look for opportunity, I look for material, and I look for an audience. And we knew from the book that we had the audience, that this particular story was a story that really drew an audience. And suddenly we got opportunity, and so I decided that for my part I would move, and thanks to Steve and his talent and what he brought to the project, we were able to have the product.
Ken and I decided to make the movie because we really liked the story, and we wanted to, we didn't know how many chances we were going to get to make a movie, so we wanted to make one that we really liked the story, and that the story reflected our faith and what it is that we believe, so that if the only thing our great-grandkids ever know us by is this piece of work, it would be something that we would be proud of. I'm going to try to pick this thing up.
It's day one on the shoot for Flunked Sunday School. We're registering our extras, we're registering our actual actors that are coming in slowly, and panic is at a minimum right now, which surprises me a little bit.
Okay, I got to teach a guy how to use a camera. This is your mom's camera, and so you got to be kind of concerned about that. So you get your composition set.
Silk Burst Entertainment was born. The company was born in order to create product for the Christian market, and to really realize our dreams and try to make a statement for the things we believed in.
These are our biblical costumes.
Oh.
You have 4x?
You want me to show you the script?
No, I read it. I just
That's it, and action. This is starting to be fun.
Oh, we can stop that too.
Thank you.
We can make that quick.
Here I was looking for support.
Good.
Okay, good. Let's move that mark. Look at how I'm all run out there to move the mark. It's this mark moving like nobody's business. And starting this way. The title of the movie is I Flunked Sunday School, and that's because when Lloyd was 13, he makes this movie at his local church about the life of David, and he gets everybody in the church involved, and everybody makes their own costumes, and it all looks very homemade. So we decided to shoot that on day one, with the idea being while we were learning how to make a movie, we're making stuff that looks like it needs to be kind of rough, and it did, but it was very intentional. Of course, we had a 30-foot boom arm. Lloyd might not have had that, but it was a great day.
people want Christian entertainment. It does the same thing that's been happening in the music part of Christian entertainment for a long time, but it's not really happening in the films that we see and we get to enjoy. Most of the films have a real particular point of view. They're either very evangelical, which is fine, and most of them are very serious and underfunded. And we had the underfunded part down, but we thought, wouldn't it be great to be able to tell a story of a normal Christian guy out there struggling, a layperson who was struggling, and do it in a humorous way.
There's an awful lot to do to get a car driving up to a curb. We got the whole neighborhood out here watching a car being driven up to a curb. Oh man! But I think we have the best crew in the whole area. It's amazing.
Thought it'd be a good idea to actually read the script before we start shooting.
Good idea.
Apparently, I'm the main character.
And the character's name is?
Lloyd. Or I Flunked Sunday School, I don't know. Do I need to worry about a seatbelt?
I don't think so. It's not a safety video.
Making sure. I'm from Texas, East Texas, Athens. Not very interesting. I'm Lloyd. I can't afford a brush.
Keep working on it. Now Lloyd is Charlie Brown. Every time he goes to kick the football, he ends up on his backside. Every time he flies the kite, the tree eats it. Every time he does a great selfless thing for somebody, he ends up in a mess. but the Lord loves him anyway. And every once in a while he tries to feel like he understands that. But today, one of the things the Lord does is help him to see what he was up to. My friend Ken Bailey, who wrote the book, Flunked Sunday School, says he gets a crop report. We sow seeds a lot of times, and we don't ever get a crop report. We don't see what happens with those seeds. The Lord's going to let Lloyd. The point of the movie is that through all the hardship and through all the pain, the Lord lets Lloyd have a little crop report. Here we go. We're going to rehearse.
Okay, rehearsal time.
Darren comes in. He's got tracks.
Independent films take all the help that they can get, and we had a lot of churches in Houston that helped us out. One of them was Emmanuel Baptist Church, where Ken went to as a boy, and which really kind of served as the model when he was writing the book. And they just turned over the keys to the place and let us use it. It became our shooting studio. We shot a number of scenes at Baptist Temple. Rick Keith at First United Methodist West Chase put a choir together in a matter of a couple of hours for the soundtrack. Sid Davis's Pure Sound is in the movie. We had a lot of help from a lot of churches.
Miss Minerva, I believe that is the best peach cobbler I've ever put in my mouth.
More?
Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, sorry.
We'll let you eat cobbler. You don't have to bust a tape for cobbler.
Still rolling. You want a new slate? Okay.
One of the things the movie gives people an opportunity to do is talk about what they believe. It's difficult sometimes to witness to a friend or to talk to them about what it is that you believe. But if the two of you are talking about a movie that you've shared together, that just becomes a natural conversation.
Lord, your children are crying out your name. Send your spirit in this place. We need your spirit in this place. Listen to your children pray. Listen to your children praying. Send us God. Send us
We hope it's a parking lot film. We hope in the parking lot, people are out there talking about, boy, did you see this thing? What did you think about that? I got it. The lines from the film will start coming back in the parking lot. We've already seen that. We see it in the lobby. They don't even get out in the parking lot. They're already talking about it. There's different points of view about it. And we're hearing from emails and all across the country from people who've seen the film. But more importantly, they're talking together across ecumenical lines, across denominational lines. And this film is doing just what we hoped God would do with this film, is that bring people together.
On the last day of principal photography, a Sunday, the Mount Ararat Baptist Church congregation, entire congregation, stayed to help us with a few scenes. And 10 hours later, they were still there until we got the whole thing done. They were amazing.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on to stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Precious Lord, take my hand.
Stunt rehearsal. Let's go. Position one, and action. Standing around,
on the set
stand
of
and fire,
Sunday
stand
School,
down.
blocking out a shot here. This poor young man just got shot in a back alley. Despite that, they tell me that this is actually a comedy along the lines of, say, oh God. And even for a very small, independent, low-budget film, there's a lot that goes into it. Take a look around on this set. Look up under the rooftop to see there's a bunch of guys that spent about 2 hours setting up the lights, the rigging, all the wiring, everything for this very brief scene. We got about 24 guys on the crew here, maybe 3 dozen actors. Not a big project by Hollywood standards, of course, but they too are certainly hoping for a return both on their message and the money they put in.
On the really very coldest night of our shoot, we caught a break when a local news station decided to explore the angle of Christian cinema and movies being made for the Christian market. And it was really kind of fun to have them come out and take a look at what we were up to.
And now we begin.
Now you do it for real.
I wanted this to be a roller coaster ride, you know, that has that anticipation as it goes up and then just takes you through this great ride. And I think this film has it. It does it in its own sort of peaceful way in some parts, but it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you think, it'll make you care about other folks, and it'll make you really consider God, and that's what we wanted to do.